Nammers, you scoot just a little bit toward Mom. Yeah, that's good. That should be good.
Now don't say anything, just watch.
If he says something, Katie will add something in
I
there.
thought I was going to get to say, ready, action.
No,
I'm definitely putting that in there.
don't say anything. No.
All right. Well, welcome to my channel, Duck Potatoes World. My name is Katie. I am your hostess, and these are my co-hostesses, my mother, Mandy, and my grandmother, Gwen. And we are so glad that you have decided to come back and watch episode 10. I know. Episode 10 of Katie's Created to Create. So if you are new to my channel, welcome. If you have returned to my channel,
Welcome back.
bless your heart. You must be
You precious thing.
yes, you must be a precious thing. We're glad to have you, and we have a lot of fun things to talk about and show you tonight. And the first thing we need to talk about is, where are we? So, do you want to talk about that?
Well, we normally film these at my duplex, but I am in the process of moving because in February I got married. And so I
Undivorced.
got undivorced. I remarried my ex-husband, yes. And so I'm in the process of moving back to Georgetown, Texas, where we will be RV living. It's kind of like being on vacation all the time so far. But anyway,
She doesn't live there all the time yet.
no, I don't live there all the time yet. So we'll see how that turns out when I'm living there all the time.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's why we are not at the duplex where we normally are. So we have moved over to a different location.
Yeah, so this week we are actually at my grandmother's house. I do not know where we will be at next month or the month after that. You guys have seen videos shot at my house behind my teeny tiny desk with my dogs and my sons and my husband all running around my house. And you all know how well that goes. So my house is not high on my list of places to try, but we may be trying a few different locations over the next few months, and we'll see where we kind of settle it at.
Maybe I'll have all my dolls dressed by that time when you come back here.
She usually has a parade of dolls lining the back of this couch, but I guess some of them are naked.
Yeah, but I just thought they'd be kind of in a way. They're not made out of yarn.
No, they are made out of porcelain, and they are a lot more fragile than our yarn. So the next thing we want to talk about is what we are wearing.
Okay, so this is the Grand Gesture Cowl. Katie gave me this kit for my birthday, and I knit it up with a little bit of not knowing what I was doing, but I figured it out best I could, and this is how it turned out. I love the colors. Tracy from the Hot Springs Fiber Company dyed this color especially for me, and it is spot on, exactly what I envisioned, so thank you very much, Tracy, and I love it, and so that's what I'm wearing tonight, the Grand Gesture Cowl.
And I am wearing, it's my Tegna. I knit it from Madelinetosh Merino, I think, a long time ago. We bought the yarn to knit this when I first started knitting.
Mm-hmm.
She had been knitting for a while, but it was the first fiber festival in Lindale. It was when the East Texas Fiber Festival used to be in Lindale, and we bought yarn to knit the Tegna, and that was like 5 years ago?
At least. Yeah.
It was a while ago.
Yeah.
So this is my Tegna. I've had it for a while. This is what I'm wearing today. And I have cute little Hank earrings that I bought at the DFW Fiber Fest years ago. And it is not new, but I am wearing it. And it is hand knit. I did knit it. So that's what I'm wearing. And I don't think you're wearing anything you made today,
I could have
are you?
worn my necklace that you gave me.
Oh, that's okay. You can wear it next time. All right. Finished objects. We're kind of slim on those too. She finished her Grand Gesture Cowl. I do have one finished object. Let me get it out here for you. Literally one. It is a sock. And I have not finished the mate. So this was a sock tube that I cranked out on my machine. And then I cut in the heel and the toe. And then I added the cuff. And I'm actually doing this with a couple of friends of mine who I cranked out sock tubes for them in their own yarn. And I was teaching them how to put in the afterthought heel and the toes and the cuff. So I finished mine. All those markers were just what I was using to show them how I placed my heel and stuff. And I still have to work on the other one.
Excuse me, I'm gonna go turn my phone off.
Oh, is that
Because
your phone?
That is probably my brothers texting me about our upcoming reunion this weekend.
Yeah, my
Oh,
mom and my
excuse me.
uncles get together every year for like the last 3 or 4 years now, right?
This is our fourth one.
The fourth one, they have a sibling reunion weekend where they go and do something fun without me. Because I'm a niece or daughter and not a sibling.
Without me too, because I'm a mother.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, it's just siblings.
So, my uncles are usually a lot of fun. So, is that who was texting you?
Mhm.
Yeah.
And is he telling you he just got there?
Tim got there yesterday.
That's right. That's when he texted me.
They go different places every year. So this is my sock tube that I cranked. And you can see the second sock, I have the cuff done and I have the heel started. And then I'll need to cut in the toe. And I am going to have enough yarn to do 4 socks. Oh, thank you. 4 socks out of this. So I'm kind of excited about that. I think I may make Christmas presents as socks this year by knitting tubes and putting in heels, toes, and cuffs for me, and then putting in heels, toes, and cuffs for somebody in the family to give to it, and then I'll have a matching pair with everybody I give a pair of socks to.
Right.
I have a person in mind for this pair, so I won't say who it is, because then she would know what she's getting for Christmas. That would be no fun. But that is my only sort of kind of finished object. I have one finished sock. And you notice I haven't woven in the ends either. So we're being creative with the definition of finished today. Oh, I didn't talk about my socks. It's still recording. I have one more finished object. So one of the things I did when I was in Hot Springs was on Thursday night, she has like an open knit night where everyone can come and knit. I came and I knit Tracy a pair of socks out of this yarn. And then when I got home, I knit a pair for me. So we have matching socks. I forgot I finished those. This was KnitPicks yarn. I think it was called Taos. Was it KnitPicks Stroll and colorway Taos?
Yes, I think so. Because I have I have a hank of that same color.
It's lovely yarn. Let's see. Oh, but you have a finished object. You have one finished block from your blanket of knowledge.
Oh, yes. Yes.
She looked at me like, I don't have a finished object. She
I
has a
must have
problem.
laid it down in the chair.
Then it's got to be in that block.
Yes.
Well, in between all my packing and moving, I have been knitting. I just haven't knit enough to finish anything.
I was desperately trying to finish my Bright Axis tee, but you can see that I'm not wearing it. So that's a very good indication that it's not finished. Yeah, we found it.
It fell down in the box.
All right, hold it up. So this is the crocheted December blanket of knowledge block in the sport weight and in the brown colorway.
It needs to be fixed around a little bit. That's it.
So
Very cute.
I finished all of February. Have you finished?
I have one block done in February. I'm working on the second one. I like February.
Thank you. I designed
I
February.
know it. It's a fun pattern.
I have gotten a lot less complaints about February than I did about December. I think December stressed a few people out.
It was just that creative cast on.
It was a creative cast on. You were learning something new. It's a blanket of
was.
knowledge. You're supposed to learn something new. I didn't bring my completed February block because I have a whole bonus ode where I've gone through the first 6 months of that project just to show off all the different yarn dyeing colorways and all the different designs and patterns. We could have done that with our Perseverance blanket, but we didn't start this channel in time to really do it from the beginning, so I didn't think to do that with that.
Okay.
Okay, whips, things that we are working on. I have the most to talk about, so I'm gonna go first if y'all
You
don't
just
mind.
go right ahead.
Okay.
Take 4.
It's your
So
show.
you saw my other sock. That's not done. I am also working on another set of socks on a sock tube that I cranked on my machine. This is the Hot Springs Fiber Company Sock of the Month Club yarn for Shepherd's Pie. So this one, I cranked the tube and I will use the contrast yarn to hand knit heels, toes, and cuffs. And I love the little peas in a pod. The little peas in a pod came in my box for the sock of the month. So I really love this yarn. It also comes with a hand knit pattern for people that want to hand knit socks. And I do hand knit socks often, but it just takes a long time. And I wanted to knit this now, and it was a lot faster to crank it out on my machine than to wait and hand knit it. So that is in progress. It's cranked. I just need to start the hand knitting part. And then my SSK shawl that I'm knitting for my sister-in-law, that one has grown. I need to pull it back out. I haven't knit it since the beginning of February, so it's time to do another few rounds of it. But this is how we've gotten to so far, and it's coming along quite nicely. Yep. I don't remember where. Oh, here I was here last time I showed it last month, so I've made, you know, a foot, not quite a foot. Gotten along well. I will probably be pulling that out and working on it pretty soon. I kind of have like a general idea of how many sections I want to do every month in order for it to be done for her birthday. So that way I don't get bored with it. What else am I working on? Oh yeah, my Bright Axis tee that's not done.
This Bright Axis Tea project has
been more complicated than one would think is necessary.
for a simple stocking knit
Sweater tee thing?
garment. Yes.
So I was trying so hard, so hard to finish it by tonight. I wanted to have it done by the end of February because I cast it on after my birthday and then didn't work on it at all in December and not much in January. So I thought this has really been on the needles way longer than it needed to be. And I did finish it almost. I had everything done and I seamed up the shoulders. I just needed to put cuffs on the sleeve and I thought, oh, I better try it on. So I blocked it and I tried it on and it fit fine this direction, but maybe it was a little shorter than anybody wants to see on a fat 40-year-old woman this direction. So my options were to unravel the yoke and the short rows and continue knitting an extra 4 to 5 inches up from the body, or we could try surgery. So we did a surgical correction.
Hey, I thought it was pretty brilliant.
I did not come up with this idea. I like to watch Knitty Natty on Love and Stitches. Her YouTube channel is way fun if you don't already watch it. Most everybody I know watches Knitty Natty, but if you don't, you should. She had the same problem with a bottom-up colorwork sweater that she felt like was just a little too short, and nobody wants to reknit colorwork, I'm sure. So she cut off her hem, picked up her stitches, added the length, and she actually, I think, reattached her hem.
Oh, wow.
I didn't get that fancy, but my Bright Axis tee did undergo surgery. She had her hem surgically removed last night. So I picked up the stitches all the way around and cut the hem off. I have since added 1 inch of the 4 that I want to add, and then I'll just reknit the ribbing. My ribbing was in no shape to be salvaged by the time I got it off. But I really didn't have any drastic trouble. I just did it. I mean, I've been practicing all those heels, cutting heels. I did it much the same way I do my heels.
And you have plenty of yarn, so
I have plenty of yarn, so that's not a problem. But this way, I don't have to reknit all the top of it, which I really love.
Pretty.
Now, I did use 2 different balls of yarn to do each yoke because I didn't have enough yardage in one ball to do both the front and the back. And I did have a little trouble lining up, so my 2 separate balls were not exactly the same lengths and color stripe patterns.
it's pretty close over here.
Well,
though.
I fudged it a lot. So you can see like where the neckline's not totally matched up perfect. So I did my best to line it up good enough.
Wow, I'm impressed.
But it did take a little finagling here at the end. You can see these stripes are a lot shorter. I was cutting out the middle of them to try to make them squeeze in. But
Beautiful though.
I figure, you know what? I made it. I'm happy with it. I really like the sparkle. And I'm going to have, I do have about 40 grams left over of each of those balls. I'm going to have matching socks. And my friend Faith makes these little Hank earrings, and she made me a Hank earring set out of the blue. So I'll have earrings and socks that match my sweater eventually. So it's not done. It's very close to being done. Did you want to see something?
No, I'm just grabbing those.
Oh, I could show you. I should show you where. So the gummy bear, here we go. The gummy bear was, all I had knit was basically the ribbing to the gummy bear when I showed it last month. So since then, I knit all the rest of the body, both of the yokes, cut off the hem, and have added another inch. So I've done a lot in a month.
You have.
But you'll notice I switched out the gummy bear because I used to have a lizard on here. The lizard was bad. He got cut off. There's going to be a whole video about that bad lizard. So be watching for the bonus episode about the bad lizard. because it's coming. But yeah, so that is my other work in progress. Is there anything else in that bag that I mammoth by your feet? I think that's everything I've been working on.
That's all.
Nope, nothing else in progress. That's finished. So what are you working on?
Well, I'm also working on the Bright Axis tee, and I have shown my progress in past videos. However,
Hers was bad too.
mine was bad too. I realized that it was way too big.
Yeah. So she was knitting the same size that I knit for me. And it fit me real well too.
So we have frogged it and recaked the yarn, and I am starting all over again on a smaller size.
Yeah. We had a caking party at her house. Was that Monday?
Yeah, Monday night,
Monday
because
night.
I was packing up my yarn room. So I called Katie and said, hey, come help me pack up my yarn room. And really what I wanted her to come do was to cake some of my yarns so that since I'm living in an RV, I have a storage unit that I have rented to put all my yarn stash in. And it's climate controlled, and it's going to be, you know, it's not too far from where I live, but it's going to be really nice if I want to do a project and all I have to do is go grab it and it's already all caked up. So I had Katie caking different hanks of yarn that I had purchased for
That was
projects.
the best, most fun I ever had packing.
Well, I was packing the other things.
I
so-
helped pack.
but
I
thank you.
helped pack a little. I pulled all the bags out of the closet. Was that
Yes,
helping?
yeah, you do. That was helpful.
I
Sure
helped
did.
empty the closet, and I took a lot of things with me.
And you did.
And we made a
because-
big pile of stuff to donate to the library
Yes. Because
and to take to other siblings.
I don't really need anything much in the RV, so.
And then what are you working on?
Besides my blanket of knowledge.
She's working on. She's got the November. You want to show the November one that you've been. The November one with the cables she's been working on. And it's given her a little bit of trouble, but she is persevering and she is going to figure it out.
Oh.
The crocheted cables. I don't know how anyone crochets cables. I don't know how anyone crochets
I made
anything.
I made that doily, and I took
Yeah.
it out 32 times before I finally got it done.
It was a crocheted cable
And
doily.
it wasn't out of sport knit, and it wasn't this color. It was beige.
It was all the same color. This one is variegated, but you can see the crocheted cables coming up in that. It's very lovely.
The second one will be better. I keep telling myself that when I make the first one, the second one will be better.
It's good that you
one-
have two opportunities.
That one I'm doing. And did you want me to show him my?
Yeah, show you were working on a christening dress.
Where did my sweaters go?
Oh, did they fall? They were there a second ago.
Mhm.
Oh no, are they on the piano?
Oh, possibly.
Sorry, we're super prepared. And you know, in our defense, we actually sat down and talked about what we were going to talk about before we did it in an attempt to be more prepared. But, you know, this is how it goes.
These are what I'm working on. I've got them pretty well set, and have a
That's
lady
cute.
that's interested in
Oh,
them.
how pretty. Look at the crisscross.
Those are the kind of booties Mandy said that was what all babies needed to have.
They're cute.
Those are the ones that don't come off easy.
Oh, yeah.
And this is the hat.
Okay, and a little sweater, which is beautiful.
Yeah, it's very pretty. I like the color.
I like the
Here's-
pattern. I don't know if
here's
you
the
can
hat.
see it very well. I may take pictures of this and insert pictures. We'll see how it shows up. But they're like little crisscrosses.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the little hat.
And there's a little bonnet.
And this is got two sizes of hats because
Yeah, that's a tiny one there.
yeah, it is. But I have some tiny babies, and
She's talking about all her dolls that are naked. They need clothes.
they're getting hold up. And
Poor booty. Ow!
here's
booty had
this
a
one.
pin in
It's
it.
in the process of being made.
Oh, that's the same pattern?
hmm
It doesn't have any sleeves yet.
This one I think is a beautiful. This is knit crochet yarn, by the way. It's not regular crochet thread, you know, like
Mhm.
the bridal things.
So this is just like yarn. Is that what you mean?
Well, look at the texture of it. It is kind of like.
It's almost like a cotton.
This looks like a different pattern than the blue and red ones.
No, it's the same one.
It's
It's just, I think it's just the colorway of the yarn of the.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
maybe I
had-
have it one side out.
I had a red, yeah, I've had it working on it, so I've got stitch markers all over it. But the yellow one I've got done except for the buttons. And it's really cute.
Beautiful.
Goes on the pumpkin and the sugar britches really good. And here's those booties that you looked at, you were talking about. Your
Mhm.
mom, Mandy.
Yeah, because you can tie them around the
Yeah.
ankle and they won't.
And
the
they
babies
don't
won't
slip
kick
off.
them off.
They don't even slip off of my
Those
dolls.
are adorable.
Easy.
I love them.
But I had made all these sets because I'm making all the dolls and I've got to get them dressed, and so I'm going to make their dresses to go along with their.
They're
with those.
adorable.
And then I have, while you put that back in there,
Yes, ma'am.
I have one I worked on and now I'm in the process of finishing it, putting the buttons on it, and this is a christening dress.
It's absolutely
Can you get
amazing.
And yeah, I have the slip and
Oh
the panties
my.
that go with it, and I'm putting the beads, the pearls, along the edges of the sleeve. These kind of, even if it weren't for a doll, it's made for a child, a baby, probably 6 to 9 months old.
Yeah.
And
That's
when I get all the
gorgeous.
beads on it and everything,
You'll hold it
the
away from
pearls.
me. So I don't get it caught on the other thing.
But I make several of these shorter ones really full. But I have a doll wearing it back in the back. Maybe I can show that next time.
That's
Yeah.
like heirloom.
And
Oh, it's
Yeah.
gorgeous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I'm going.
How long
to,
has it taken you to crochet this?
It doesn't take long. This was Bible meetings when Granddad would go to meetings.
Yeah.
This is what I did
Wow.
while we traveled. And
I mean, the christening gown that I knit for Haley took a while because I think I took the bottom of it out about 5 times before I ever-
fortunately, this pattern is really good. The only problem that I had at first was getting these counted there, but I got that done. And
Do you
it's a
sew
pineapple stitch.
The lining? Do
That's
you have
the
to
slip.
sew it?
That's
a
going to be
slip.
fair
The
worthy.
slip. Do
That's
you
a
sew
slip.
it?
Yes, I made the slip.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So it's you don't
it's not crocheted. I just
right, but you had to sew it.
Yeah,
Oh, and she's got little bloomers.
and she's got a hat that's in the making process too.
That's absolutely beautiful.
It is beautiful. Yeah, it needs to go in the fair for sure.
Yeah, it's fair worthy.
That's all I got.
All
What's
right.
all these?
Oh, that's shoes.
Oh, shoes
Dug
for the
out
doll.
at the doll show today at the doll club.
All right. All right, and then next we have acquisitions. And I acquired a lot of
That's what
yarn.
this is.
Yes. You want to do your acquisitions first?
Oh, what I do? Tell
You-
where I got it and how
Yeah.
I got it.
Mhm.
Okay.
And
This
what it is.
was this was the thank you, I love you gift from my sweet granddaughter Katie when she went to Hot Springs.
Because she kept my kids.
And I'm gonna get a hat or a cowl. She said a hat. I said I like the cowl, but either one's okay.
We're gonna knit. I think we decided to knit the cowl together because I bought one for me too.
Oh yes.
So
So
then
then
we
I'm gonna
can.
get to knit it too.
Yeah, you knit your cowl.
Whoopee!
And I'll knit
I'm
my
away
cowl.
from the dish rag.
Yes, we are gonna graduate from the dishcloth. We're not learning anything new with the dishcloth anyway, so let's try
So
something
what
else.
color are
Right.
you knitting with that?
We haven't decided. We looked up
Oh,
a few.
okay,
We're
okay.
still deciding exactly which cowl we're gonna do.
Okay. It's very
Yeah,
pretty. Is
It's
it?
open. Anything.
Is
I
it
love
like
the color.
Is it ombre?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Beautiful. It's
It
soft.
looks ombre.
Yes, it's very soft.
Soft.
It is an Aran weight, 94% cotton and 6%
Oh
nylon.
my goodness. Yeah.
I'd like to make a christening gown out of something soft like that too.
Yeah, it's super soft and fluffy. It's called Juniper Moon Farm, Cumulus, and I don't know how to say that. I don't think it's in English.
Degrade?
Degrade. It's Israeli-made cotton,
I don't know.
Israeli Mako
A
cotton,
little Jewish thing.
and a touch of nylon for strength. I don't know what Mako,
Mm.
Israeli Mako cotton. Is that what it says? I can't read cursive anymore,
But
apparently.
it's beautiful.
It is
and then
beautiful.
I had another
Yes,
one.
Israeli Mako cotton and a touch of nylon for strength.
And that's mine. So we're both going to knit the same cowl
Oh,
together.
that'd be beautiful too. Let me see yours.
Yep, that's mine.
That's pretty.
All right, and then you had something else to show?
Well, I had those that I never did get. Oh,
We weren't sure if we showed this already
I
or
don't-
not. So if we showed it
I
already.
think I did. Mandy got me this for birthday.
Yeah.
Okay, I couldn't remember if it was birthday or Christmas, but birthday. And
I got
You
it.
gotta hold it up so you can see it.
okay, and I have a shawl. She got me a shawl pattern that's really pretty. I'm anxious to.
Sparkly.
Yeah,
I don't know if you can see it through
And I
the-
collect watermelon.
All of it's sparkly.
Everything watermelon, and this is watermelon colors.
Oh yeah, that makes me sound terrible. She has another thank you present for keeping my kids. We just have to get to it.
Oh yeah.
It has to do with watermelons.
Anyway,
So-
I love both of these, and I haven't got them.
Well, this
Okay.
one's already caked. You don't have to.
Oh, I don't have to do anything to that. Oh, okay.
I'll just have to find the end.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, so I did go to Hot Springs Fiber Company to teach a class. And Tracy decked me out and loaded me up with yarn. So some of it I actually bought. I didn't let her give it all to me. But this is some I bought. My husband actually picked this stuff out. This is how I first saw it. Is he picked out 2 of these because he wants a couple of hats. Because he's bald and he likes hand knit hats and he likes to have options. Because, you know.
And they're soft.
And they're very soft. So he actually picked these out. And when I saw these, I was like, ooh, Mammers and I might need hats or something too.
Yeah.
So I bought that. And then I bought, I think 6 skeins of this. It's called Isola Barocco. And it is a cotton, linen, and viscose blend.
It's gonna drape amazing.
Well, there's Hot Springs Fiber Company has a shawl called the Deception Shawl. And it's intended to knit with a fade kit. And what happens is your yarn colors or your stripes or your fades go one direction and your pattern rows go another direction. So it's a really neat effect. And I don't know if this is gonna, I don't think this is actually stripy. So mine won't be quite the same but I really just, I liked this green and brown. I've been on a green kick lately. I think I blame Mary Ann. It's that SSK shawl that she picked out all those greens in. And then Sonia got the green blanket of knowledge colorway. And I didn't even know I liked green. But apparently I like green. Yeah. So I'm going to knit the Deception shawl. And I bought enough to knit that shawl. So, and then this, actually, I ordered. So I am going to give her another thank you for keeping my boys. And they are going to be watermelon socks. So this is Premier Yarns Fruits Collection. And when knit up, the sock will have like a watermelon-esque pattern. Like green stripes with red stripes with like little black seeds in it.
Oh, I think that
there was a
is
yarn
so
shop in Georgetown that sold that. It went out of business during COVID, but
she will get watermelon ones, that sheep at the wheel.
perfect. Yeah,
And I don't buy anything for anyone without buying something for me. I'm going to have dragon fruit ones.
that is gorgeous.
So we have fruity socks too.
Will that make 2 pairs of? I mean, a
No,
pair
I
of
have
socks?
2 balls of it. I just didn't bring.
Yeah, you'll need like 1 for each sock.
Yeah, I have 2 balls of this and 2 balls of this. I did like 6 balls of that. I just didn't bring all of the balls of everything. I figured 1 was enough. And I even may wind up taking pictures of them and sticking them up here because we're kind of far away from the camera, so I don't
If I
know.
make this, I ought to be able to learn to make that.
Socks?
Yeah, I wanted to make socks for him. I want to make doll socks, baby socks.
I'm sure you can.
Mhm.
And then
Someday.
this acquisition didn't come from Hot Springs Fiber Company, believe it or not. I shopped other places too. This came from Mountain Meadow Wool, and I saw it when we were driving. Where were we headed? We were going to Dallas to my nephew's birthday, and I was flipping around on Facebook while we were driving, and they had an advertisement on Facebook, and I had never bought any yarn from them before, but it was a kit to make a Valentine themed cowl. And so for Valentine's Day, he bought it for me. I'm gonna see if I can hold up the picture so you can see it. Oh, this is not the best picture. I'll try to find a better picture, but it's a color work cowl, and I don't do very much color work at all. So this will be a challenge for me. But I just really, really loved it. It was so cute. And so he bought it for me for my Valentine's Day present. He bought me that, and the boys bought me some heart-shaped earrings that were really cute. So I have the pattern, and I have the wool. And this is a sport weight in colors berry, rose, and natural. So I don't know exactly when I'm going to cast this on. I realize that I'm supposed to be eliminating my queue this year.
I was going to say, I thought, yeah.
Not adding to it. But, you know, actually my queue, I'll have an update for it in a few months, but it is going down. Some of that may be because I just decided not to knit something, but it is going down. Believe it or not. So there's that. And then this is what I'm really, really, really excited to cast on. And I haven't cast it on because I told myself I have to finish my Bright Access tee first. And another reason I was trying so hard to get that done.
Okay.
But this, so while I was in Hot Springs, Tracy decided to show me how to dye yarn. And she let me go back into her dye studio, and I'll have pictures and a little bit of video of us. I'll put all that in here. yarn that we dyed together. So this is a new color base that she has.
It's beautiful.
And this is my exclusive colorway. Nobody has but me. And I'm calling it Emerald Green with Envy.
Oh, that's a good name.
I like
That's
it. I like
beautiful.
it.
It made me think of Scarlett O'Hara. She wants everyone to be pea green with envy. Well, pea green is ugly. I don't want you to be ugly. I want you to be emerald green with envy and be beautiful while you're jealous of my beautiful yarn.
And since this is March and, you know, the Emerald Isle.
Yeah,
and
maybe I'm feeling St. Patrick's Day a little
all that
early.
stuff going on. Then.
So this is a brand new base that she just got in. Like, she didn't have the base named yet.
Mm-hmm.
And she didn't have, like, this is...
Is it worsted or?
No, it's a fingering weight.
It's finger.
It's just
okay,
really
it's just thick. It's
Thick
just
and
a-
plushy.
yeah.
And it has a sparkle. I don't know if you can see. It's the same sort of sparkle that's in her foggy Northern Lights that
Which,
runs
You can see
yeah.
right here.
through all that. So I got 2 balls of this. And then we dyed up another colorway in her mohair base, which is Morning Haze. And her, the sister base to this, but just without the sparkle, which I don't think she's named the bases. If she has, I'll put the name of the bases somewhere on the screen. But this colorway I'm calling the Green Grotto, which is a series of unfortunate events reference. But it made me think of underwater oceany things. And when they're all 3 together. Oh. Anyway, I'm going to knit the Enchanted Forest shawl, which is a Hot Springs Fiber Company pattern, with this. So I have a lot of it. Because I'm also knitting the shawl a little bit bigger than the pattern actually comes. So I have a lot of it. But yeah, we got to dye this together and it was so much fun. We had so much fun in Hot Springs. My husband and I had fun. Tracy and I had fun. Tracy's husband and my husband had fun. All 4 of us had fun. We just had a lot of fun. It's nice when your friend and your friend's partner and your partner get along together.
Yeah, that is
Like,
nice.
that is always pleasant. So that is all that I have acquired this month. Which is probably way more than enough.
I'm resisting. I am not acquiring right at the moment.
No, you're downsizing.
I am downsizing.
Nor am I. I'm still downsizing
So.
too. So, trying to find a place for all my babies.
Yeah, maybe we... I don't know what we could do with that. We have some porcelain babies that need a home. Not sure how we're going to get them all adopted.
I'm getting them done gradually.
Alrighty, well, we do have some things that do have to leave here, and those are our giveaways.
All right.
So when I looked last, I had 413 subscribers. So that's 413 people who have an opportunity to win this month's giveaway. And we're only going to open one. They are mostly the same. But what we have is a little different this month. There is a kit of stitch markers. So I don't know how many stitch markers are in there.
Oh my
There's a
goodness.
lot. It comes with a pair of earrings made by my friend that makes the earrings. And there's an enamel pen. That's not really yarn related. It's just a cute little, I don't know what she is. She's green though. And like I said, I'm all about the green lately. Little green lady. And then it also has my friend Melissa, who is a beekeeper,
From the Honeymaker Bee Farm.
Yes, she makes lotion bars out of her beeswax. So there is a lotion bar and then a t-shirt. Now both of these t-shirts are women's cut, size 2XL. I don't have
Oh, I love it.
other sizes.
They're beautiful.
And they're both different. This one says,
I practice stitchcraft.
oh, there you go. And I think the other one has sheep that are all knitting on it. So the t-shirts are different. The other t-shirt's red. Like I said, I don't have different sizes. I have a purple one and a red one, and they're both 2XL. But to give you like an idea, I can wear a women's cut 2XL, but it's very fitted on me. Usually if I don't want it to be too fitted, I have to get a 3XL. So both of these women, it would be a little big on probably. But you know, if you win it and it doesn't fit you, you can always do other things with it. Like my friend from the library cuts the sides up and ties them if they're too big to take them in. And they're super cute.
Yeah.
Or you can cut out the design and use it in a quilt if you quilt. Or make a bag out of it. T-shirt fabrics make good bags. So, but I actually have 2 of them. They're, like I said, mostly the same. So I will be picking 2 winners. Let's see. I will post the winner on the 18th of March. The 17th is St. Patrick's Day, right?
Yes.
So you need to get your comment down below. before St. Patrick's Day, and you need to be a subscriber, so make sure you're a subscriber to the channel. And I will stop taking entries on the 17th at midnight Central Standard Time, and I will draw on the 18th, and I'll get it posted as quickly as I can.
Do they need to do anything special in their comment?
Yes. Tell me how you feel about the color green. Because I didn't know I liked it until
There you go.
the beginning of this year. I don't have anything. I mean, do I have anything green? Other than this stuff? The new stuff? No. So it turns
I don't
out
think so.
I have a secret love for the color green. So I'd like to know how you feel about the color green. Have you always loved it? Did you just decide you love it? Do you only like my emerald green with envy yarn? Actually, most people like the green grotto yarn better than the emerald green with envy one, but I like the emerald green with envy one best because it also sparkles. So there's that. But yeah, let us know what you feel about the color green, and you'll be entered for a chance to win one of these 2 giveaways. Alrighty? So I hope you have been busy knitting, and I hope you've been busy acquiring yarn or getting rid of it, whichever end of that spectrum you're on right now. I thank you so very much for watching, and we are going to end this night, as always, with prayer of thanksgiving. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you very much for my mother and my grandmother, and for the opportunities we've had over the last 6 months or 10 months to make videos like this, to spend time together, to share our love of crafting with one another. Thank you for creating us in your own image with a desire to be creative and the ability to create. I thank you for your son Jesus, and I pray always in his name. Amen.